order, please rise and pledge the flag. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The next item is approval of the agenda. I have one addition under number 1, correspondence. I'd like to add a number D, or letter D, road commission policy. That's all I have. Does anyone else have anything they'd like to add or alter on the agenda?
If there's no other addition or alterations, I'd like to make a motion to approve the agenda as amended. Support.
Moved and supported to approve the agenda as amended. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries. The next item is approval of the minutes for the special meeting of November 7th.
I make a motion that the minutes be approved as presented.
Support.
Moved and supported to approve the minutes as presented. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries. The next item is financial report.
We began the month with $63,598.62, to which we added receipts in the amount of $196,821.74, and we made disbursements in the amount of $58,321.45, leaving us with an ending balance in the general fund of $202,098.91.
I'd like to make a motion to accept the financial report as submitted.
I'll support that.
Moved and supported to accept the financial report as submitted. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries. Okay, the next item, correspondence. Item A is the Melvin grain update. There are a couple things in your packet. The one I just added tonight because I got it today. I went up to the Grain Commission today and paid our assessment of $130,000, so we're paid off. And I picked up the one that I added tonight, which is a breakdown of the costs involved in the project. And total cost is computed to be $848,342.91. So we're good there. We won't have to pay any interest, but we had to break a couple CDs to pay it. So, any questions on that?
Nope.
Okay. Moving on. Item B. A while back, we received a notice from Comcast that they wanted to start the process of renewing their franchise. So I contacted the other NEMC members, and they asked the attorney who handled the matter years ago to comment. You have his letter there. I did speak with our attorney on another matter, and I asked her, and she said don't do anything because before 2019 is when the franchise is out, they'll be getting back to you. My question was, obviously they don't live up to their franchise agreement because they don't have to legally, so is it worth really raising a ruckus about it, because we certainly enjoy their franchise fees that they pay us every 3 months.
Right.
So we'll see what happens when they come to that point in time. Moving on, item C, EMS drive. The American Red Cross is going to have a blood drive, and it's January 3rd at the Richmond Township Hall on School Section Road. So if you're so inclined, it's a very good thing. It helps a lot of people.
Yeah, they let you, I'm a regular donor, and they tell you where they donate your blood to.
Really?
Yeah,
They do?
Yep. Like my last blood donation went to U of M Medical Center.
Cool. Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's a nice thing.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. The one before that went to, which house? One of the hospitals in Virginia.
Oh, that's nice that they tell you.
Yeah.
All
They
right.
don't tell you Who went that to any HIPAA violation?
Right.
Okay, moving on, item I added, we just received this yesterday, and just to kind of outline what it is, the state has changed the law in regards to competitive bidding on roads. And basically the county policy says, you know, if the township opts for competitive bidding, then the township will pay the costs of that, which are above normal costs you would incur. The way it's outlined, I don't think it'll affect us, because it's not, most of the jobs we do, even the big ones, are maintenance. They're not new construction, but we'll see what happens. I don't think the competitive bidding thing is very advantageous, for the simple reason is, you can put all the strings you want on it, and all the bidders are gonna raise the price that correspond accordingly. And well, we'll see what happens. So I just thought I'd put that on there for your attention. Okay. Old business, item A, parkland update. Been in contact with Six Rivers. Tentatively, they're planning on closing on the 22nd. Today, he finally got this to me. I added it on the table. And if you notice on page, I think it's 3, it is an invoice. They would, even though it's part of the agreement that we approved a couple months ago, they would, and I guess I would too, that we approved the invoice, but it will not be paid to them until the closing is complete. The invoice is for franchise fee, 2 title insurances, a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. It comes to $7,792.95. As I mentioned, and then the other thing, the other 2A, that's our payment to the planner for redoing the recreation plan. That has nothing to do with this invoice. And we've already approved that also. So if the board is willing, I'd like a motion on acting on the invoice, understanding that it will not be sent to them until after the closing is complete.
I move that we pay the invoice pending the completion of the closing.
Okay, support.
Moved and supported to approve the invoice to Six Rivers. And the money is not to be sent to them until closing is complete. Any discussion? Have a roll call vote, please.
You start with.
Yes.
Dan. Joe,
Yes.
me, yes. Bill,
Aye.
and Connie. Yes.
Okay, moving on. New business, item A, 2016 county drain assessment. You know, we gave them all our money today.
You want more?
Every year they get us for maintenance on all the drains. This year the maintenance has come to $4,355.54. So it would be appropriate to have a motion to pay that and send them the money.
I make a motion that we appropriate the money to pay the 2016 county drain assessments.
Support.
Moved and supported to pay the 2016 drain assessments. The money is in the budget for it. That's not a problem. Is there any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, I'd like a roll call vote, please.
Okay. Colleen? Yes. Bill?
Aye.
Pat? Aye. Dan?
Yeah.
I mean, Joe, I'm sorry. No,
Not a
Dan.
thing.
Yep, about a name.
Okay, moving on. Item B, park property rental agreement. As I mentioned in the update, we had a 2-year rental that has expired at the end of this year. The person renting it wishes to rent it again. The price is the same. It is basically $75 an acre. And I just held it to 1 year in case the board decides they want to do something else with the property in the future. They're not locked in. Mr. Combo did a great job of clearing the property. And I strongly recommend that we renew the rental agreement for 1 year to Mr. Combo. And the number is, you can put it in the motion, I would probably like that.
Make a motion to approve the agreement of farmland rental of $3,500,
Nope. End of the paragraph.
$3,221.
I'll support that.
Okay, moved and supported to approve the one-year rental agreement. And the reason it is $3,221 is because it was 4 acres. And even though soil conservation and NRC told me there was no wetland, they wanted him to get a wetland determination. So he applied, and that can take from anywhere from 2 to 7 years to get a response. So we just counted it 8% accordingly because he can't farm. That's why the number is lower.
Then why did you say that it's?
It's 75 an acre, but he's only actually utilizing 46 acres.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, like a roll call vote, please.
Hang on, I didn't, because you threw me on the amount. Who supported that?
I did.
Okay, Dan,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
Pat, yes, Bill,
Aye.
and Colleen. Yes.
Okay, moving on, we have a few appointments to make as it's the end of the year. Planning Commission actually has 3 people with their terms expiring. One person is still kind of wavering on whether to get reappointed, so we have till January to do it because we meet before they do. But Stan Pankowitz and James Edwards have agreed to be reappointed, and I would recommend that we reappoint them to a 3-year term.
I move that we reappoint Stan Pankowitz and James Edward to the planning commission
I'll support that.
for a
Okay,
3-year
moved
term.
and supported. Any discussion? Hearing none, call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstaining, motion carries. ZBA appointment, we have one person whose term is up, and that is Sandy Bishop. And she said that she would be willing to serve another term.
That's outstanding. I'll move that we reappoint Sandy Bishop to the zoning board for another 2-year term.
Support.
Moved and supported.
That's good.
To reappoint Sandy Bishop to the ZBA for 3 years. Any discussion? Hearing none, call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstaining, motion carries. Item E, board review appointments. These are 2-year appointments that have to be made every 2 years. And all 4 people are up for reappointment. And they are Roger Sloan, Christopher Stevens, Eugene Iovaldi, and Diane Griswold as an alternate.
Make a motion to appoint the people that you just read off.
Support.
Moved and supported. To appoint the board of review as stated. Any discussion? Call for a vote. All those in favor?
Yeah.
Aye.
Aye.
And
Opposed?
I abstain.
Joe abstains.
Oh, 4, and 1 abstain.
And I wrote, yeah, I don't want to vote.
Yeah, gotcha.
The next item is the meeting dates for 2017. I included them in your update in case anybody would have a conflict or anything else. So we need a motion. The motion should include the time, the place, including the address of the township hall.
Okay, I make a motion for the meeting dates for 2017 should be the 10th of January, the 14th of February, the 14th of March, the 11th of April, the 9th of May, 13th of June, the 11th of July, the 8th of August, the 12th of September, the 10th of October, the 14th of November, and the 12th of December. All meeting dates will begin at 7 o'clock at the Casco Township Hall.
And the address.
The address. 4512.
4512 Melbourne Road, Casco, Michigan, 48064.
Support.
Okay, moved and support to set the meeting dates for 2017. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Colleen.
Colleen, thank you.
Opposed? Abstaining? Motion carries. The next item really doesn't take board action, but every year, usually the treasurer announces our that we will be doing summer tax collections. You want to do that?
And we will, the summer tax collection will begin the 1st of July and end the 15th of September, as always, and we will be collecting for Richmond, East China, Anchor Bay, Macomb ISD, and RISA, most at 100%, Anchor Bay at 50%. We charge each of these entities $1.50 per parcel, which is paid to me in March after the end of the collection. And it's gone very well, and nobody's balked at paying. So we have very good relationships with all of these districts, and I hope to continue that.
I have a quick question. Now, the Richmond and Anchor Bay school districts, they pay to Macomb County,
Yes, they do.
and each side pays the same.
RISA. So, and that's individually, different checks are sent. The RISA payment is included with the county payment. I pay to the county, St. Clair County, and the MISD I pay directly. So,
They're all 100% except Anchor Bay.
Anchor Bay is
50.
50/50.
Okay.
They have a much higher tax rate, so.
Good thing you don't have more than 3 school districts.
Well, it's just another
Like
extra
Lennox
check.
has 5 school districts.
Yeah, it's just an extra check. It's, the software breaks it all down for us.
But for the clerk, that raises headaches in elections now.
Oh, I think it does, but.
Glad I don't have one.
Okay, moving on. Item H, employee compensation for next year for Linda Thiem and Brenda Loper. Strongly recommending, and I've spoken with both individuals, that starting January 1st, they'll get a 25-cent raise to go from $16.75 to $17 an hour. And 1 additional vacation day to go, which is currently 11, to go to 12.
Great.
Are these 2 individuals, you think are,
I don't know, let me think about it. Oh, okay. I so moved.
I'll support it.
Yeah, support.
Moved and supported. Are we good with the minutes, Brenda, or you want somebody to say?
No,
Something
no, I
more.
wrote down what you said and then, right.
Okay, well, we just want to make sure you're
I was
good.
just making a motion of what you said. $16.75 to $17, 12 days from 11. Right.
You 2 ladies help make that a well-oiled machine down there.
Well, I wouldn't work anyplace else, and neither would Linda.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, that was moved and supported. correct?
Yes, it was.
Is there any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, a roll call vote, please.
Okay, Colleen,
Yes.
Bill,
Aye.
Pat, yes, Joe,
Yes.
and Dan.
Yes.
Motion carries. Moving on, item I, budget adjustments. We had to make a couple of budget adjustments here because of the Melvin Grain payoff. And you want to touch base on this at all, Patty, or? Or
The budget amendments, what we had to do was, because we did a couple of CDs, I had to show it in our budget, and I really didn't have a place to put it, so that's why it's on this one from the auditors. Transfer from general fund, actually, it's our general fund CDs that I'm transferring into our checking account, and then it will be credited to drains. So we won't be over budget. And that's easy.
You want to make the motion so you
Yeah.
get the numbers and stuff?
Okay, I make a motion to make the budget amendments as follows. In account 101-000-476, $127,611.25. Also, in drains, we will add funds of $127,611.25, and that account will be 101-831.
So from 101-000-476 to 101 what?
No, just,
Well, you can help me tomorrow.
yeah, well, just,
I wrote the numbers down.
it's just gonna be put in there.
Okay.
It's not from an account, it's just, we're bringing money in to checking and we're crediting drains.
Okay. That's all, all right.
Okay, which, under, you had to bring it, that brings, then you don't have to put this part down. Okay, so under trans general fund, I brought the $200,000, that's where we got our money. We already had the 200,000, but I had to put it in the budget somewhere, so I could put it under capital, so that will bring that amount under that fund up to $327,611.25. And under drains, with the money that we had already allocated, it'll bring that up to $144,611.25. Okay? Any questions?
Did we get a support?
Support.
Did anybody make a motion?
You
You
did.
did.
Did
That
I?
was your motion.
Oh, that was my motion, sorry. Hang on.
Okay, I'll give you the short sweep. We're transferring money into the drains account to pay for the Meldon drain that we paid for today. We cashed 2 CDs in the amount of $127,611.25. And when we added that to the drains, we ended up with $144,611.25. Any discussion on the motion? Have a roll call vote, please.
Dan,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
Pat, yes, Bill,
Aye.
and Colleen.
Yes.
Okay, moving on. Item J, parkland tax bill. Well, as you get revenue for rent, you also have to pay property tax. This is the winter tax for the farmers. And it is an amount of $613.99.
I make a motion, we approve parkland tax bill for an amount of $613.99.
Support.
Moved and supported to pay the tax bill on the rented farm land. Any discussion? Have a roll call vote, please.
Colleen,
Yes.
Bill,
Aye.
Pat, yes, Joe,
Yes.
and Dan.
Yes.
Okay, moving on. You're up to payment of the bills.
If no one has any questions on the bills, I make a motion that they be paid.
I'll support that.
Moved and supported to pay the bills. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, a roll call vote, please.
Dan,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
Pat, yes, Bill,
Aye.
and Colleen.
Yes.
Okay. Citizens' comments. This is your opportunity to ask questions or give comments to the board.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
And you
No,
are?
I got no comments. I was
Correct. Mr. Servit.
just sitting here watching,
Okay.
learning.
All right.
Fascinating, isn't it?
Now everybody's looking at me. This is the guilty part. You can go back to doing what we were doing.
Any more basic than this. Government.
It works good.
Don't forget to
Works
stop
very
in the
well.
front office and see the pictures that are going up in the hallway. Forgot that. And we've moved the coffee and cake thing to the annual meeting, hoping that we get slightly more people.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Coming out in this weather.
We had a couple of little ditching jobs that wrapped up last week. So except for maybe one emergency thing, we're probably about done with the road
Thank goodness.
funds for this year.
They got the culvert in there down on Heston Road.
That's all done.
So we're good now on our big culverts and
Well,
bridges.
all our low graded bridges have been replaced now. So
No weight restrictions or?
not on any that we control. I did find out today that the one on Green City Highway, they applied for the federal money, which is a 3-year deal. So it would have been approved for 2019, and then they applied for an early payout. So they're pretty optimistic that at the end of 17, they can get that bridge fixed, take the trucks off of the other roads. So, believe it or not, they're actually thinking about Meisner Road.
Paving it,
Yep.
finishing?
Well, they're thinking right now is, they're gonna see if they can allocate them, they have to do a little more ditching yet. Probably, I don't know, 100,000 worth or better. And they're thinking if they can do that, then the following year they would try and pave it.
Okay,
Awesome.
I thought they already moved the ditches out.
No, not from Church Road to the freeway. They didn't. That's the section that has to be done yet, and a little bit east of Church Road, but the rest they did. So they didn't forget about it, so they're actually talking about it.
Oh, that's good.
So we'll see what happens.
Talking about their Meisner and Church Road, does Anchor Bay School District still own that property there?
They do.
Okay.
Yep. I guess that's about all I have. Just wish everybody a Merry Christmas.
Tell them, just make a little announcement so everybody realizes our dog license.
Oh, good idea. Anyway, this year the county told us that the township will no longer be able to sell dog licenses. They still allow it in a couple townships, but their plan is, as of next year, no, there's no townships in St. Clair County that will sell them. So as much as we'd like to sell them to you, they won't give them to us, we can't do it.
Where'd you get them from?
From
Well,
them, basically, you can do it,
And get a hold of Dave Rushing and find out why the commissioners and everybody decided to do it.
well, it's something to do with the BSNA software and the treasurer collecting, you know.
Really?
They want to do this all online, or maybe through selected vets. I'm not sure if all vets.
That
But
sounds
a lot
like
of
a cop
people-
out to me.
I don't know, I just.
Less regulation, set the dogs free.
That's it. No more license.
I'm afraid that's what it might be when people get to the very last minute and realize that they can't get them here, and they don't know how to do things online, and they're just not gonna buy dog licenses.
well, this is their trial year. At the end of the year, they'll crunch the numbers versus other years.
Yeah,
They tell me that their actions are dictated from the county treasurer.
yeah.
There's a software that they have to use, and the only way they can use it is going through them. The way they're
What?
doing it. That's what they told me.
I know.
Oh, come on. I work with software all the time. They can't take the money and put it into
No.
BSNA as a receipt. Give me a break.
They have the authority to do what they want.
And I'm
This is what
sorry.
they want to do, so.
The only
Kelly,
rea-
you're smarter than that.
The only reason, I take it the only reason why dogs are licensed versus like cats, that because dogs could roam in packs, I take it.
So can cats.
If they're cats, it's just not gonna affect us.
But yeah, I'm taking that's what it was, I imagine that
Yeah.
came from that.
Well,
Well,
mainly
well-
because I guess cats don't bite people as
Well,
like dogs.
nobody gives a cat, and I do, but a lot of people don't
Give 'em
cats shots. You know, they're just barn cats.
My cat gets full.
Oh, yeah, mine too. And-
Dental, I mean, dental.
Well,
as
dental,
No, I don't.
That's a cat.
I'm bringing my cats to your house.
Yeah,
Let me know when they're good to go.
like fluff and dry cat, no.
I mean,
But yeah, it's too bad because we just have a lot of people that like,
just
like
makes
all
it-
of us, we're creatures of habit and we just do the same thing every
Makes
year.
it easy.
And I guarantee you that even though all the information is on the letter that went out and with their dog, nobody's gonna read that until the last minute and realize that, oh my gosh, now what do I do?
They gotta run up to Port Huron to get.
Yeah, I hope not. I hope
Well,
they
you
can
can
get
do
it
it
from
by
their
mail.
vets.
You,
Or
and they
mail.
will have it online in jail.
Mail it.
Email.
Yeah,
They're also thinking of coordinating the license with the vaccination.
yeah.
So it's a 3-year vaccination. They'll actually give you a 3-year license.
Yeah.
Really?
So I don't know how they're gonna rebate the money if
Mucho
Rover
bucks.
bites it, but.
Yeah, that's what I never thought about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be money in their pocket.
We'll see how it works,
That's
but
their plan
we'll,
anyway.
we'll miss giving out the dog licenses. We like to do that and see who got new puppies and
Right.
who's got a 17-year-old Labrador that's still hanging on.
Remember how they had those shaped like in the Lower Peninsula, the dog license? And then they had the ones that were shaped in the Upper Peninsula,
Mm-hmm.
but they always were getting caught on stuff and people said it wasn't good.
Oh,
You know,
not the best laid plans.
separate but equal.
But anyway, so sadly, we do it if we could, but we can't.
Oh, that's about it. Wish everyone the best of holidays.
Merry
If you're coming in-
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
If you're coming in to pay your tax or you're driving by, stop in. You can see the renovation to the hall and hope you'll like it. Everyone seems to be happy with it. And so far, so good. And that's about all I have.
I All I have is, and I'm so glad that we didn't have to count our ballots. With that saying, I have the ballots in the back of my car, we gotta bring them tonight.
Okay.
That's all.
We're up to
That's it.
adjournment.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I'll support that.
Moved and supported to adjourn. All those in favor?
Hi.
Aye.
Stand adjourned.
It is 7:27. Now, what time is your lunch?
7.
That was 7.